Hello, hello, hello. And thanks for tuning in this evening, wherever you are. Thanks for coming through to Larger Curves this evening. It is Monday. I hope on your way in, if you're catching this in the replay, you're smashing the buttons. Smash that like button, smash the subscribe button. And you know the routine. Smash that bell if you need to get notified next time I upload a video. And so you can become part of this beautiful curvy community that we're growing over here in these YouTube streets. Thank you again for coming through. You know, I changed up my schedule to come in for my curvies because, some things happen. And not just last night on the show, but then today some stuff happened that concerned Real Housewives of Potomac. And I decided we need to talk about it. We need to talk about it. Okay? Thanks for coming through, you guys. Let's see who's in the house. Irene. Right on. Thanks for coming through. What a late night surprise indeed, right? Right? Well, I'm in California, so it's only 9:36. I just sent the boys to bed. So, yeah, I need to probably go check on that. But I'm here with my curvies because I owe you. I didn't get at you last week about the Real Housewives of Potomac. So I decided that I would come through tonight and share with us some thoughts about the Real Housewives of Potomac, the on the screen and the off the screen. Seems like there's a lot of that going around, on the screen, off the screen reality show stuff, huh? Yes, give me the tea. Well, we got tea, we got receipts. It was some things that we already talked about. I don't know if any of you guys ever see my shorts, but I brought it up in a short about how there was an alleged something or something. And there was receipts to the hotel from Juan Dixon. And there was a lady. Yeah, there was a lady. The same lady that Karen was talking about, as it turns out. Look who's in the house. Emmanuel Vasquez. Right on. Thanks for coming through, Emmanuel. Thank you. Thank you. Look, Irene loves you. That's what's good. What's good, Emmanuel? Yes, yes. Yep, not too late for you. Okay. Yes. So that really happened, Irene. Okay. So the other day, a news blogger broke that they had received DMs. They live in the Potomac area, the DMV area, and they had received DMs. And the DMs were from a woman who allegedly had been the girlfriend of none other than Juan Dixon for a year during the COVID, allegedly. And that Robin did know and asked her not to say anything. And that the reason she broke it off was allegedly because he tried to pass her off to his friends like she had seen him do to other girls that came through. Like he was the first one, and then he passed them to other people within the stuff, allegedly. So let me show you guys that so I can show you that receipt. My grandpa and uncle are both Emmanuel's. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's gross. That is so gross. I don't know if you ever watched that show. What was that show, Daddy? Queen Sugar. There was a show on OWN called Queen Sugar, and it was about a family that owned a sugar mill, right? And the daughter of the sugar mill owner was this like kind of hottie toddy lawyerish chick married to an athlete coach dude. And he ended up, his undoing was because he ended up being like a pass off dude. Like he always got him first. And he would even coerce girls into doing things. And so this particular girl, the blogger says, this particular girl told him that allegedly She had to call things off when she was at a place with allegedly JD, and another guy walked in and immediately dropped his pants and pulled out his meat, talking about you know what to do. Allegedly, that's what she said happened. That is crazy, right? So that's IRL. That this lady sent this blogger receipts. She sent text messages. She said she was going to go to producers, but then she decided she didn't want to do all that. But she decided people should know because it's creepy. It's creepy. She says she hasn't messed with him in a while, and it's still creepy to her that it happened. So yeah. Queen Sugar is good. Queen Sugar is good. Yes, if you like a good drama, it's good. Remember the Waltons? Like I grew up on the Waltons, y'all. That's how old your girl is. So yeah, I used to physically watch the Waltons. I physically have watched a Lassie. Yes. I physically have watched Benji. Yep. Yep. Some of you guys might have to Google all that shit. But it's true. I did. So Queen Sugar is kind of like, one of those Ponderosa homestead, lots of acreage, lots of stuff going on. Got to keep the poachers and the people that will pillage your stuff and ruin your crops away. Just like how on the Ponderosa, remember Jimba used to have to go and make sure people weren't poaching their cattle. Remember stuff like that? Like it's one of those kind of shows, kind of like Yellowstone, but with sugar and black people on acres instead of like in a big old national park, but kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You did too, Irene. That's right. And did you guys used to, after you watch the Waltons, like in your house, you'd like all say goodnight the way they said goodnight in the Waltons, but with your guys' names? And then one person would always get to really be Jim Boy. Wasn't that the last one, Daddy? Jim Boy in the Waltons. Good night, Jim Boy. Used to always be the last one, right? With his mole and his hair and his mole. Anyway, God, don't let me get okay. When I was in high school, guys used to go to that pass off girl during spring vacation. Yes. Yes. And it's like, that is so. Hey, I guess I was lucky to not be a pass off girl, because yeah, they would try, huh? Especially in high school, guys, they would always just go tell the other guy, and then the guy think that means that that's yes for them because it was yes for the other dude, but that's not how it works. That's not how it works, and the implication is like really ignorant, actually. Anyway, I'm way off subject. We are here to talk about Real Housewives of Potomac, you guys. I had to come through and talk about it. I have to let you guys see what I see. Do you see what I see? Got me thinking Emmanuel songs and everything. Emmanuel. A child. With spirits above. Oh, look, Mademoiselle is here. Hey, Mademoiselle. How are you? Comment allez-vous, mon ami? Okay, look, I'm really presenting now, you guys, because I have to start with this screen because this is how I feel about the whole episode. I'm like, we went through all of that last night. We, as viewers, went to all of that on this show so far, Real Housewives of Potomac. All of that fake drama from Robin. All of that. Oh, I have something just for this. I have something just for this. I have pictures in my phone just for this. Okay. All of that calling Juan. Karen said that there's some girl that looks like, what? Is she old like Karen too? Yeah, that looks like Karen. And she said that you guys walk around holding hands, Juan. And Juan went off, y'all. Juan went ballistic. Now we've seen Eddie react to, you're still thinking about things, right? We saw Eddie react to getting accused of cheating. And it wasn't ballistic. It was like laughed off. Like, really, these girls are crazy. And even with Chris going through it, like, he doesn't really go ballistic, like, oh my God, I'm just gonna da 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 da. You know what I mean? He hasn't really gone there. But Juan's immediate reaction that they showed us, now they can call it edited later, we'll see. And that's an out right there. But do you think that it was okay for them to do that whole scene knowing that Karen was telling the truth? You guys, Karen was telling the truth.
About she and Juan dated during COVID, and then she shows this like hotel receipt with his name on it. First of all, I was aware of the situation before we filmed season 7,
Right.
and because this young lady was so pressed to tell me and to tell you, Giselle,
Yes.
I assume she told the whole cast.
Right. Because she DM'd me.
Right. So all of season 7, I'm just like waiting for somebody to bring it up.
Because Karen is good for thinking she got some tea.
Right. Or anybody. I mean, like that's our life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just ready for it. I'm waiting for it. And so when we're in Mexico and Ashley tells me that Karen, was talking about us, then I'm like, oh, okay, this is it.
Right.
And she talks about some blonde holding hand, him holding hands with a blonde and George Sanders looks like Karen. I'm like, okay, this young lady came forward talking about she and Juan dated during COVID, and she shows us.
Okay, you guys, did you guys hear what she just said? So she knew about it, and I guess she was trying to make the lie. That it wasn't looking like Karen, maybe. I don't know, but she went ballistic on Karen for saying that. And then she pulled out those pictures that they said are from years ago, as it turns out. We're still trying to figure that out. Show the pictures to everybody. And then why is she, if she knows it's true and knows it's going to come out and knows the lady contacted everybody, basically pulled a Gigi and went around to everybody and who would listen about the situation. Remember Gigi, Monique's Gigi? Yeah. Basically pulled that, contacted everybody with Robin's business. And it was true business, you guys. So I feel like it was disingenuous for freaking Robin to not own it since it was literally already out. Like, and now that she's talking about it, especially, I'm like, why didn't we get that for the show in a way? And also, what really irks me about it all, you guys, is they already had the reunion. They already filmed the reunion and everything. And it was a lot. That's what Candace said when she was on Watch What Happens Live last night. And it being a lot, and they show clips of like her getting married and everything. But all of the stuff Karen said in the episode was true. So that means that all these interviews she's been doing, talking about, well, it wasn't true. And, it just wasn't true. And now she literally didn't, am I crazy? Didn't she just say it was true? Listen, there's more, you guys.
This is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous.
Okay. Right. Whew. So that was, it was kind of comical to me. So then we go down that road. But however, I was already aware of the situation and I expected to talk about it on season 7.
Right.
Now, the situation when it was presented to me was handled, was discussed, it was handled. It was something we had to work through,
Okay.
you know. It was not something that it was just like, oh, okay, whatever. Yes, Juan was an idiot.
Okay, Irene, we are in agreement. I don't know why Robin won't be honest. Seems like she's have solidified her spot years ago. She'd have solidified her spot years ago had she been forthright about her relationship with Juan. Yeah, I feel like she's always been tethering on by like Giselle's ankles. You know what I mean? And no real storyline always. And then for her to have the audacity, you guys, I felt cheated as a viewer. She had the audacity for 7 seasons, y'all. 7 freaking seasons of Juan and freaking I can't even say her name. Look, I'm mentally blocking her out right now. I'm upset. Robin. Juan and Robin. 7 years of their back and forth, of us rooting for him, of her having us be engaged, of her having us by a thread and everything. And then she goes and gets married without us? Really? I feel like she pulled a Kenya Moore. She's doing a lot of what other people are doing these days. I wish she would have gave what she was supposed to give here on the show with us, the viewers, who she's been teasing us she was going to marry this man for all this time. And then she takes it to Jamaica and don't even tell her mama when she goes to buy the dress, you guys. You guys, it's weird. It's weird. And on top of it all, she lies the whole time. So all the interviews that she does, and you know she's been doing press. Her and Giselle have been doing press. And in her solo interviews, she has said that she was mad at Karen because she was saying things that just weren't true. Listen.
And communicated with this woman on Instagram, you know, because I mean, whatever. He's bored. He needs attention. It's a pandemic. Blah blah blah. Whatever.
Right.
This is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous.
Okay. Right. Whew. So that was, it was kind of comical to me. So then we go down that road. But however, I was already aware of the situation, and I expected to talk about it on season 7.
Right.
Now, the situation when it was presented to me was handled, was discussed, it was handled. It was something we had to work through, you know. It was not something that it was just like, oh, okay, whatever. Yes, Juan was an idiot and communicated with this woman on Instagram, because I mean, whatever. He's bored, he needs attention, it's a pandemic, blah blah blah, whatever.
Right.
This is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous.
Okay. Right. Whew. So that was, it was kind of comical to me. So then we go down that road. But however, I was already aware of the situation, and I expected to talk about it on season 7.
Right.
So, okay. Irene, I totally feel you. I'm not judging her for the whole remaining under a same roof, co-parenting as friends with benefit. I'm not judging her for that. My judgment, if there is something, it's coming because she also was like, ooh, I'm getting married and having us root for their relationship. And I feel like she should have done it in front of us because she's been dangling it in front of us for all of this time. And then that awkward freaking bachelorette party thrown by a stripper at her old club where they happen to serve steak and lobster. Really? Really? Okay. But yeah, I'm not judging her for that. Yeah, that's cool. If you can do it, do it. I love a progressive, like, hey, let's do what we got to do under the same roof. Do it how you got to do it for these kids. Let's get through it. You know what I mean? I'm all about that. Like, whatever you have to do to exist, as long as you're happy, I'm not judging that. I'm just feeling like Robin could have not pulled a Kenya and got married someplace else away from us after everything that we've been through with her. That's all I'm saying. And just like, yeah, that's all I'm saying. Because listen,
Now, the situation when it was presented to me was handled, was discussed, it was handled. It was something we had to work through, you know.
but you know what, mademoiselle? It's like you're saying, it's like there is some forewarning that something is going to come out. Then Bravo rushes to get the reunion over and done with. Yes, in some instances, it feels like that, doesn't it? However, she's saying she thought this was going to come out before season 7, y'all. She expected it. So it just happened to come out so late in the season, because isn't like next week the end of it all for is it the finale next week? I don't know. Yes, Irene, the lies flow so easily from Robin while Giselle nods and smiles, in your opinion. Yes. And I feel like they do that a reverse too. Like I feel like Giselle is like, I mean, even Ashley and her forehead had the foresight to tell Giselle to, hey, don't embellish this too much when you repeat the story about Mia and Wendy. Even she was like, okay, I know I'm handing this over to a person that likes, like, this is basically gasoline and she's has fire for breath. Okay. So it's gonna blow up. Okay. It's gonna be blowing up and hot. All right. Yes. Okay. So she knew even. So I feel like they can do that and do it back and forth. The lies flow so easily from Robin while Giselle nods and smiles, in my opinion. Yes, that's a good opinion. Very observant. Very observant. Let's see. Mademoiselle H says, someone said that is why Giselle and Robin get along so well. They are used to men cheating on them. They can bond over that. Hey, you know, they say misery loves company. And, you know, hey, if you can find an ear to bend when you're going through it, hey, that's a good day some days. So, yeah, but they're used to men cheating on them and they bond over that. They do, I don't know, like, is Giselle next? Do you think Giselle will be married somehow, like with some man will just pop out and marry her, like out of the blue? I don't know. Anyway, let's see. Irene says, always Juan's fault. No culpability on her part. Yes, you know what's so interesting about that was when she was pushing that prenup the whole season, and we're wondering why, and then let her tell it.
It was not something that it was just like, oh, okay, whatever. Yes, Juan was an idiot and communicated with this woman on Instagram, you know, because I mean, whatever. He's bored. He needs attention. It's the pandemic, blah, 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 whatever.
Right.
This is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous.
Okay. Right. Whew. So that was, it was kind of comical to me. So then we go down that road. But however, I was already aware of the situation and I expected to talk about it on season 7.
Right.
See? She expected to talk about it on season 7. So was that whole blow up a rehearsed? That's why she had her glasses on, was we were going to see she was laughing. What was that about? She jumped up and called Juan, who wanted to whoop Karen's butt, y'all. I'm going to reach through this phone and get all of those women by their weave parts. Robin, I told you, is what it sounded like he said to me. I told you, Robin. And they already knew. They were expecting it. So that was all made up, you guys. all made up. There's somebody in these YouTube streets who's doing a reality, the best of reality 2023 in these YouTube streets. You guys, I don't have. Oh, I need it. I need it. Somebody needs to get it for me. And so, but yeah, they're doing that. We need to give them an acting award because Juan, I thought he was really upset and defensive. And I also thought he did it. I was like, that's too much reaction. Eddie laughed. Chris laughed. You know, not too many people got really upset about the accusations from the women. And they're many and often. But now all of a sudden it's damaging to them. And oh, Karen, how dare you say this about us? You don't know what you're talking about. And then she also admits that that was why the engagement was so long. She says something like, oh, well, that's why we didn't get married when y'all wanted us to. Maybe. Is because it was around that time. Let's see if we hear that.
Now, the situation when it was presented to me was handled, was discussed, it was handled. It was something we had to work through, you know. It was not something that it was just like, oh, okay, whatever. Yes, Juan was an idiot and communicated with this woman on Instagram, you know, because I mean, whatever. He's a mess. He's a hot mess, and she knows it though. A mess. He's a hot mess, and she knows it.
Karen.
His attention. He's, you know, it's the pandemic, blah, 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 whatever. Right. It's like, oh, okay, whatever. Yes, Juan was an idiot. And
yeah, like we're ding dongs, Irene.
On Instagram. You
know, really?
I mean, whatever.
Are we ding dongs just here for them to toy with and push their wares on? Like, I don't watch a lot of scripted television, you guys, because I don't watch a lot of TV overall, you know, like when I do, I binge out, you know, but I'm not like, when I take my time and I'm watching something that you're telling me is reality, can it just be a little more reality? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is feeling very produced, and hats off to Juan because he was very upset when Robin told him what Karen said about his girlfriend. He was very upset. Daddy, which one has a superpower that can come through a phone? Is that Electro Man? We'll call him Electro Man. If he was Electro Man, he would have came through that phone and shocked all their weave parts. They all would have had fried weave parts, y'all. Irene says, Ashley. Ashley even has a tell when she's fibbing. She makes a little face every time her jaw sideways. Does she have a tail, Irene? That's hilarious. OMG. I'm going to have to peep that. I'm going to have to peep that. Because I can't say that I noticed that. I just know that if her mouth is moving pretty much, she's probably lying. That's what I know. Because she does a lot. A lot. And then doesn't even say sorry half the time. She's not like truly sorry about it. Anyway, you guys, thanks for being here. Sebastian Shade came through. What's good? Irene, Mademoiselle, thank you guys for being here. You guys rock. Emmanuel, thank you for being here. This is awesome. Oh, look. Satra is in the house. Thank you for being here. You guys rock. I hope it's not too late where you are. And if it is, I hope this is cool for you, getting you through, giving you something to do other than what you should be doing. Unless you should be doing that. If you should be doing that, then by all means, go do that. Catch me in the replay. But thank you for taking your time to be here. Let's see. Right on. Mademoiselle says, the way Robin sounds seems like she is used to Juan cheating on her. Yeah, it does. I would be hurt, depressed, angry. Hey, you hit the nail on the head, Mademoiselle. Betrayed, heartbroken. That's why she couldn't get out the bed during the pandemic. And then he had the nerve talking about it's not attractive, Robin. After he got caught cheating, really? That's what he gonna come do? Really, Juan? And we're all this time thinking, oh, Juan's such a good guy. Oh my God, Juan's such a good guy. And you're right. It sounds like she was going through that a lot. Let's see. Let's hear it again.
He's bored. He needs attention. He's, it's the pandemic, blah, 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 whatever.
Right.
It's like, oh, okay, whatever. Yes, Juan was an idiot and communicated with this woman on Instagram, because whatever. He's bored. He needs attention. He's, it's the pandemic, blah, 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 whatever.
Right.
It's like, oh, okay, whatever. It's like hotel receipt with his name on it. First of all, I was aware of the situation before we filmed season 7.
Right.
And because this young lady was so pressed to tell me and to tell you, Giselle,
yes,
I assume she told the whole cast.
Right, because she DM'd me.
Right. So all of season 7, I'm just like waiting for somebody to bring it up.
Because, Karen is good for thinking she got some tea.
Right. Or anybody. I mean, like.
You guys hear that? So not only did they anticipate somebody bringing it up, they figured it was going to be Karen instead of Ashley. Really? Ashley to run tail that one. Run tail that. You see that girl's legs? You see how muscular they are? She run tail that. She run it. It's told. Ashley, run it. It's told every time. But so that seems a little, this even more, the more they talk, the more comes out. And now also, I'm like, are they embellishing here? Are they lying here? Is this one of Robin's satin lined hats right here? Is this embellished? I wonder, does she have one big enough for my head with all my locks? You guys know I have all these locks. I got like 3 feet of locks. How long are they, Daddy? How long is my arm?
About 3 feet. You got 3.5 feet.
Yeah, she needs to get big old hats. Let them like be adjustable. Maybe like kind of satin lined bonnet style hat. I don't know if that's possible. Robin, if you're listening, damn it. Robin admits to Juan cheating on her last year before filming season 7. What's good, Satra? Thanks for coming through. Yes, exactly, Sebastian. Karen said nothing but the truth. Karen looked at her and said, Robin, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Exactly. And it was true. So why Robin came back so hard with some BS at this point? At this point, it's BS. If there is somebody named Blue Eyes, for them to literally be picking up exactly where they left off with Charisse, just because Charisse is back. Like, I want to like Charisse, you guys. I want to like Charisse. I used to love Cha-Cha when she was on season 1. And she was fun and had a glass of champagne. And she was tortured and going through it and trying to make her way in the world today with everything she's got. Taking a break from all her worries sure would help a lot. You know what I'm saying? I used to like Cha-Cha back then. But now homegirl is pressed. She's pressed, you guys. She's pressed coming off Obsessed. I'm like, really, Cha-Cha? Where's the rap for this one? It's kind of coming off mumble rappy. Not very authentic. and nobody wants to hear it. All right? Cha-Cha, come on now. I used to like when she dropped a rhyme and had all the girls over. She was so much fun, her and her daughter. Didn't she have a daughter? Anyway, yeah. But now she's pressed. And for these two, the green-eyed bandats, for them to be like trying to pick up with this whole blue eyes thing, because she was the one who was the one talking about that. And they're just all of a sudden picking up this thing about the blue-eyed man and happen to have a picture. Did you notice how quiet Charisse was during that whole thing? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because she sent the picture to the right person. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, Irene says, if she doesn't like Juan cheating, then get up and leave. Don't publicly drag him. In my opinion, that's wrong for the children. I completely agree. I'm like, why let this all play out like this? I mean, the kids are old enough for somebody to have sent this to them in a DM. The same way they had attacked Jack's Garcelle's son and were sending him stuff that he didn't feel like knowing about what was happening with his mom on the show or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And the other little girl, Kyle's daughters, were getting it too. Yeah. That's good, Irene says to Sebastian. I bet Giselle was smiling and thinking to herself, oh, yes, this will bring in the ratings. Yeah, she's ever playing the producer. I'm like, can you just be a housewife for once? How about a storyline that has to do with the housewife instead of you producing something? Isn't there producers in the credits for that stuff? Why are you extra producing on top of the producers being on the thing? I saw that show Unreal. I know those producers work hard. I know Carlos King works hard as a producer. I know they be working hard. They don't need your help, Giselle. They have a whole freaking department for that. Thank you. How about you give me some of what you're on the show to give me? Whatever you said you was going to do in the test reel, let's get more of that, Giselle. I doubt that in the test reel, you said, oh, I'm going to get on the show and constantly attack the other ladies' husbands, have nothing going on in my real life, not have one real relationship that has anything to do with the title of the show, which happens to be Housewives of. And I'm going to constantly stir up stuff, embellish stuff, and basically straight up lie just to keep things going so that the show stay on. I doubt that was in the outtake. But if it was, then I still need him to stop. It's too much. It's obvious at this point. I mean, she's not giving me anything. She's giving me under construction and over the top decorations, which some of the stuff is nice, but I don't know. Just overall. And then her fashions are just hit and miss. And then I heard this thing that allegedly the days that we see Giselle look very put together, I guess that would be the day with no skunk wig, the one that had the really dark blonde and the platinum blonde striped. Remember that one? Yeah, so on days like that, she doesn't have glam, you guys. And if she's not paying for glam, that's how it ends up looking. But on the days that we see her looking fantabulous, it turns out somebody else is paying for glam, allegedly. Let's see. Ashley's smile is diabolical. Yes, it is. It's late, 1 a.m. Eastern time. Right on. Yeah, it's 10:14 here. LOL. Right on. Most of all, I would be done with Juan. That's what I'm saying. Like, again, no wonder Irene agrees with you, mademoiselle. No wonder she wanted that prenup so bad. And as a viewer, I was like, he didn't even want to be at the embellished hat place with you. I wonder why you're really bothering him about this prenup. Like he doesn't care. It doesn't seem like he really cares. And he even was like, whatever you want, Robin. But maybe that response now that we know that happened is because he's like, yeah, you get this one. Yeah, I might do that again. Whatever you need to make this happen, to make this feel comfortable, is what's about to have to happen. So I'm good if you're good. I'll sign a piece of paper saying that if I'm an infidel again and happen to need some more attention from the lady on the Instagrams again, that at least this time in the prenup, it already states that this, and this is going to happen. And so you're protected. So, hey, that's good looking out. And it's also an out for him to be able to just go ahead and do what he needs to do because he already did it. And if the worst that can happen is she keeps what's already hers, which is what's already happening, then so what? Right? But who knows? Let's listen one more time
That's
what
our
she
life.
said.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just ready for it. I'm waiting for it. And so when we're in Mexico and Ashley tells me that Karen, was talking about us, then I'm like, oh, okay, this is it.
Right.
And she talks about some blonde holding hand, him holding hands with a blonde and George Sanders looks at Karen. I'm like, okay, this young lady came forward talking about she and Juan dated during COVID. And she shows this like hotel receipt with his name on it. First of all, I was aware of the situation before we filmed season 7.
Right.
And because this young lady was so pressed to tell me and to tell you, Giselle,
Yes.
I assume she told the whole cast.
Right. Because she DM'd me.
Right. So all of season 7, I'm just like waiting for somebody to bring it up.
Because Karen is good for thinking she got some tea.
Right. Or anybody. I mean, like that's our life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just ready for it. I'm waiting for it. And so when we're in Mexico and Ashley tells me that Karen, was talking about us, then I'm like, oh, okay, this is it.
Right.
And forward talking about she and Juan dated during COVID. And she shows this like hotel receipt with his name on it. First of all, this is ridiculous. Okay. Right. Whew. So that was, it was kind of comical to me. So then we go down that road. But however, I was already aware of the situation and I expected to talk about it on season 7.
Right.
Now, the situation when it was presented to me was discussed. It was handled. It was something we had to work through,
Okay.
It was not something that it was just like, oh, okay, whatever. Yes, Juan was an idiot and communicated with this woman on Instagram, because whatever. He's bored. He needs attention. He's, it's a pandemic, blah, 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 whatever.
Right.
This is ridiculous. Okay. Right. Whew. So that was, it was kind of comical to me. So then we go down that road. But however, I was already aware of the situation.
You guys, is that a normal freaking reaction? Like just so nonchalant, talk about it. Unless you're right. Maybe it is something. Isn't that why they got divorced the first time? Like maybe she's just like, I love you and you're going to do that. And I'm just going to be with you anyway. That's cool. DT is in the house. What's good, DT? Hey, Large and Curves. Hope all is well with you and your fellow curvies too. That's right. DT is here. Hey, DT. We were talking about Robin being a freaking liar face. I feel like for her to be going in so hard on Karen, when Karen, everything she said was the truth. And Juan, he's a good actor, huh, DT? Oh my God. He seems so real upset and defensive. I mean, he told on himself and everything, but he seems so real and defensive, didn't you think? Like it was like possibly the first time he was hearing about it. They did good. And the whole time they knew. The whole time. Such freaking liar. Look, there's another one I wanted to show you guys. Here, I'm going to put this down for a minute. And we're going to talk about it, you guys. Because what do you guys feel as viewers? Okay, there's 3 things I want to know. Number 1, how would you rate this episode? On a scale of 1 to 5, how would you rate the scale? 5 being the highest. And yeah. So if you really like this episode, it's a 5. And if this episode was just meh, it's a 1. Okay? So in the meantime, another thing we can wonder is, do you feel like that bridal shower was so weird? Like, just because Mia used to work at that place doesn't mean she should have got to host it. And you see, Sharice was all in her feelings about it too, y'all. She was all in her feelings about it. Huh. Yep. A lack of self-control. Giselle seems to enjoy watching relationships come undone. Yes. I don't understand it. She is. She's too much. She's too much. Hey, DT. The boys in the hood are always hard. They'll come talking their trash, we'll pull your car. Knowing nothing in life but to be legit. And don't quote me, boy, because I ain't said shit. Dun 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 dun. Wicked, 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 wicked. I had to. I just do that all the time too, you guys. My kids think I'm so crazy. I literally bust into song and dance everywhere we go. I'm that. So if you happen to see like a random lady in any store that has a good soundtrack and there's a line, and you know that one person dancing in the line or dancing in the aisle and singing the song loud, yeah, that would be me usually. Let's see. Miss Hughes, what's good? Came through. Boys in the Hood. Juan needs to leave and take the boys with him. He has a bad past with his parents, but Juan has boys. He can take those boys full time. Robin probably will not mind. You right about that. She'd probably be like, okay, go ahead, take them. Right? Boys in the Hood. Yup. Well, I mean, if they have, I feel like if they want to represent as a 2-parent household and be married traditionally for their boys, then that's a great example. And if she's not constantly getting cheated on and having to, I mean, unless, hey, you think she's cheating too? I don't know. Hey, they say girls just don't get caught. And I heard wasn't that a thing before? Didn't they do it to each other before? I don't know. Allegedly. Right. Miss Humes, it does seem like Juan is the primary parent. I don't know. Like, he always seems to be coming and going, you guys. Like, he's like coming in. He always has his jacket on already, and he's sitting down or he's on his way out. Like, he's pretty much coming and going. So this whole need attention thing, I guess he was getting it. He's kind of sounding like Martell, y'all. He better not come home with a baby. Better not. Didn't Juan say a couple years ago that he wanted a baby? Or was that Robin? Does anybody remember what I'm talking about? And didn't she say something like she didn't want a baby before they got married again or something like that? Or was he going to help with the diapers and it became a thing? I wonder, was that around the time that he went on this endeavor? Like he was feeling like he needed to go spread his seeds. Maybe he's feeling like that. He asked her. She said no. It's like, okay. Went and found some young fertile thing. Spread his seeds. I don't know. Could be allegedly. Could be allegedly. Oh, yeah, she did ask the lawyer about adding that cheating clause. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Exactly. Irene, if so, Juan can get out of Robin's house and take the boys in the hood with him. That's right. That's why his name ain't on nothing. And plus, maybe who knows what she knew about. So if she did know about that, and the lady, she didn't say in her podcast the other part of what the lady said. The same lady that I told you about in the beginning is the same lady we're talking about now. Also alleged that the reason she broke it off with Juan is because of the whole thing about he wanted her to be a pass around girl. And when she saw that firsthand, that her turn was next because a guy got there, and as soon as he got in the door with Juan present, he dropped his pants and pulled out his junk and was like, you know what you need to do. Allegedly is what he said to this girl that allegedly has the receipt with Juan's name on it that Robin just mentioned in this
thing.
thing.
And I expected to talk about it on season 7. Right. Now, the situation when it was presented to me was handled, was discussed, it was handled. It was something we had to work through, you know. It was not something that it was just like, oh, okay, whatever. Yes, Juan was an idiot and communicated with this woman on Instagram, you know, because I mean, whatever. He's bored. He needs attention. He's, it's the pandemic, blah, 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 whatever. Right. This is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous.
Okay. Right. Whew. So that was, it was kind of comical to me. So then we go down that road. But however, I was already aware of the situation and I expected to talk about it on season 7. Right. Now, the situation.
Do you guys think that's weird that she... Are you replaying the podcast? Yeah, that's their podcast. I don't own the rights to that. Copyright Act. We were doing research on the show Real Housewives of Potomac versus Reasonably Shady, same subject matter. Trying to see which one is really reality. We're doing research on reality television. All right. Juan and Robin have never seemed... So, yeah, they seem very brother and sistery. Like no real sexual energy. In my opinion. Like honestly, me and my husband, when we were dating, people could tell we were together from across the room. We could walk in 2 different times in 2 different doors. And people would know we was together. Because we just oozed each other. Like that? Yeah, they don't do that. They don't do that. And people, yeah, I don't know why they don't do that. Satra, are you replaying the podcast? I'll help with the boys. Oops, I meant help the boys pack, right? Yeah, Robin got absolutely defensive and Juan was just angry, yeah, that he got exposed, right? But he did it and he's on a show. He can't be too angry, not really. Part of me thinks some of him wanted to get caught because, oh, that's what you were saying. Am I replaying the podcast? Yes, there it was.
When it was presented to me, was handled, was discussed, it was handled. It was something we had to work through, you know. It was not something that it was just like, oh, okay, whatever. Yes, Juan was an idiot and communicated with this woman on Instagram, because whatever. He's bored. He needs attention. It's the pandemic. Blah blah blah. Whatever.
Right.
This is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous.
Okay. Right. Whew. So that was, it was kind of comical to me. So then we go down that road. But however, I was already aware of the situation, and I expected to talk about it on season 7.
Right.
Now, the situation when it was presented to me was handled, was discussed.
Mm-hmm.
It was handled. It was something we had to work through.
Okay.
It was not something that it was just like, oh, okay, whatever.
A mess is the hot message. She knows it though. A mess is the hot message.
I was aware of the situation before we filmed season 7.
Right.
And because this young lady was so pressed to tell me and to tell you, Giselle,
yes,
I assume she told the whole cast.
Right, because she DM'd me.
Right. So all of season 7, I'm just like waiting for somebody to bring it up.
Because Karen is good for thinking she got some tea.
Right. Or anybody. I mean, like it.
And that was my point earlier. Like, why didn't Giselle specifically think Karen would bring the tea before Ashley? Really?
That's our life. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I'm just ready for it. I'm waiting for it. And so when we're in Mexico and Ashley tells me that Karen, was talking about us, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is it.
Right.
And she talks about some blonde holding hand, him holding hands with a blonde and Georgetown looks like Karen. I'm like, okay, this young lady came forward talking about she and Juan dated during COVID. And she shows this like hotel receipt with his name on it. First of all, I was aware of the situation before we filmed season 7.
Right.
And because this young lady was so pressed to tell me and to tell you, Giselle,
yes,
I assume she told the whole cast.
Right, because she DM'd me.
Right. So all of season 7, I'm just like waiting for somebody to bring it up.
Because Karen is good for thinking she got some tea.
Right. Or anybody. I mean, like that's our life.
Wow, really? They've been together since high school. She loved him once. He always talks about Robin being his ride or die, but never his true love. Oh. So weird. As a female, seeing other females naked would be the last place I would be. The strip club is G's favorite spot. The dancers look whitish with no P-Valley body yada 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 yada. Yeah, I don't know if those girls were crip walking on the ceiling. I don't know if it was jingling like that. I didn't see a lot of back, nothing and that. But hey, it was all beautiful just the same. But yeah, P-Valley is my kind of strip club. Like I love like curves. Yeah, it's in the title. I love curves. I love curves. Voluptuous. You know those people that say voluptuous? Yeah. I don't usually say that. I just say it sometimes because it's funny. Okay. Juan said he wanted a girl. I think, yes. Oh, he got snipped. Can't that get undid? Somebody would have gotten pregnant during his wizard days. Oh. If that's true, that can turn violent and criminal real fast, scary. Oh no. Idiot is not the word I would use for someone who cheated on me. His name would be SOBMOFO and on and on. Exactly. Right? Oh, he was just so, yeah, I don't know. It seems very low key. She is acting, she's responding the way Candace is responding, but Candace is responding that way and it's not true. And she's responding like, how she's talking about it. Like just the nonchalantness of it. Like when Candace is like, oh, tell Big Bird to go away. She's always so nonchalant with it, Like this lady is so nonchalant. Oh yeah, I know he cheated on me. We worked through it. And So why were you thinking so hard about asking his ass about a prenup then? Now you kind of sound, I don't know, I'm going back and forth with Robin. It's still all on the left, but back and forth none the same. Here, I'm going to show you guys something else real quick. That other receipt from the dude that posted that. Let's see if it will come up. Oh yeah, let's see if it will come on. Oh yes, indeed, indeed. Okay, let's see. Okay.
Hey, Curtis, I have thoughts. They're thoughts about how new rumors get started. They're thoughts about and Robin, the newly married couple. For Real Housewives of Potomac, remember I had thoughts about them the other day? Well, now I have more thoughts about it. Because, as it turns out, Curtis thoughts that Juan had another girlfriend that used to be with him out in public weren't so far-fetched. Because it's being alleged that a woman has come forward and said that she's been the girlfriend of Juan Dixon for over a year during filming during the pandemic. Right, and the lady also alleges, the side chick also alleges that Robin was well aware of her and asked her not to come forward. Isn't that what Kurt said? These are some of the latest receipts right here. Hey, Curtis, I have thoughts about how new rumors get started.
Yes. So those are some of the receipts from the lady with her exchange with Juan Dixon before they met up. So I don't know. The lady's story is very salacious. I don't know. Do you think that what do you think? Robin is full of it. They got engaged 3 years ago. Now he needs attention during the pandemic. Robin was not working. Why wasn't they doing family things in the house? Yeah, right? Yeah, exactly. For real. No one show PDA or love and affection. Yeah, like, right? For real? Like this, they look like cool. I like this. I like that picture of them that was just back there. I like that one. Let me see. They look like they can have fun together, but I don't know. And she never has on a wedding ring or her engagement ring. I'm still waiting to see it. Eddie loves Wendy, but they do not show affection or fun times. Yeah, that's true too. That's true too. I don't know. I don't know if I've seen them when they were out. Like I don't know. We know when they're out with the people, they touch each other at least. Like in an affectionate way, they touch each other. It's not all slobbering down and patting on butts or anything, but they at least make physical contact when they're in the room with the others. You know what I mean? Some of these couples don't even do that in a way that doesn't gross you off. Cough, cough, Michael Darby. Make you throw up in your mouth a little bit every time Ashley would feed him. I used to, I used to have to fast forward. Eddie loves her, yes. Some people do not display PDA, especially on TV. Chris loves Candy, but they do not show affection or fun times. Chris, Candy, Chris, Candy, Chris, Candy, Candy? Burris? Chris? Oh, I don't know who you're talking about, I don't think. Um, yeah, you feel the chemistry. Yeah, you can still feel the chemistry between Eddie and Wendy. Yes. Yes. Good chemistry set. What's going on? Some compounds are mixing with some minerals over there. Getting some reactionaries. Yes. Okay, Mademoiselle says maybe some men are scared because Todd, Greg, Peter showed love and affection and fun times. They did. They do. Well, but you know what? I don't feel like they really got a lot of backlash. I feel like they didn't get paid for it. And that wasn't that their problem, was that they didn't get paid for it. And I got an issue with that personally because those men from New Jersey get paid. Joe Gorga be getting paid, y'all. Greg Leaks was greater than Joe Gorga, in my opinion. Greg deserved a check if somebody was going to get a check. Peter deserved a check. He was putting in. He didn't mind being the eighth peach holder. Oh, okay. And, yeah, so I love you too, baby. Night night. Yeah, very nonchalant, right? Exactly. So weird. So weird. Oh, you can't hear because of the music. Look, I am so crazy. You know what? I grew up in the 80s, you guys, and I was in the cars that go boom, with the bass and everything. And they told me back then it was going to affect my hearing. So, like, to me, that's not loud, but here, I'm going to mute it and then we'll play it again. Thank you for letting me know. I hope this helps. Let's see. And plus, it was a little low.
Thoughts about Juan and Robin, the newly married couple from Real Housewives of Potomac. Remember, I had thoughts about them the other day. Well, now I have more thoughts about them because, as it turns out, Kern's thoughts that Juan had another girlfriend that used to be with him out in public weren't so far-fetched. Because it's being alleged that a woman has come forward and said that she's been the girlfriend of Juan Dixon for over a year during filming during the pandemic. Oh, wow. Miss Kern was right. And the lady also alleges, the side chick also alleges that Robin was well aware of her and asked her not to come forward. Isn't that what Kern said? These are some of the latest receipts right here. Hey, Kirby's, I have thoughts.
Yeah, I forgot that was playing How Do Rumors Get Started. That's not my music. I don't own that. That was just part of this research. It's from a reel in, it's from a short. It's from a short. I hope that was a little better. I turned the other music down, but just that one is playing kind of low for some reason. I'm not sure why. Not sure. Okay, I tried to correct it. I tried. Yeah, yeah. Oh, and Candy as in insecure. Insecure. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so Chris and Candy, yeah, like no, I feel like oh my gosh, you haven't seen their lives. Oh my gosh. So back to this now that I know which Chris and Candy you're talking about. I love their relationship. Oh my gosh. When they do their Instagram lives, they are hilarious. They are hilarious, you guys. And they are so, I don't know. I feel like it's intimate to be able to like just laugh about it and argue and then laugh and then, you know, go make me something to eat and then be nice to me. And then, yeah, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. It was just really cute the way they interact. And you can totally tell they love each other the way they interact. And when they're out, Well, she does sit over there and he does sit over there. Does he grab her butt at all? No, he's not a butt grabber. Do they hold hands? No, they don't really hold hands, do they? Huh. Well, you're right. You're totally right. Let's see. Okay, we're almost there. Joe brings the drama. Yeah, Joe can bring the drama. He can bring the drama. At the reunion that they had last year, Joe was left the stage. Remember, he left when him and Teresa got into it. Didn't he leave for a minute? And then they went to the back. And Andy said to him, you know, you need to be here because we wanted you to be here or something. And then he goes back out on the stage and he said something to the effect of they were paying him to be there. Yeah, go back and rewatch that one and tell me. Because I just told you how I grew up in the 80s and I used to be in the cars that go boom, boom, pow. So I could have misheard what I think I heard, which is what I just said, allegedly, was what I said. So, but yeah, they get paid. And I'm pretty sure Joe said something about it in that episode where him, just last year, where they got into it and he got up and left and he went to the dressing room and Andy got up and went after Joe, a house husband. Ran after Joe. Remember? And then Joe went back to the stage. And when they were talking sometime during that time, he said something to somebody about, yeah, they're paying me to be here. So, yeah. Anyway. Yes, so it's true. That's what I heard in my earballs. Better things. You didn't appreciate the way he spoke to Candace at their last live. It was disrespectful. Oh, no way. Really? I don't know. Was he a little sauced, mademoiselle? I don't know. She knows how to shut him down, that's for sure. I feel like she holds her own with him. But, huh. Yeah, maybe they're afraid, huh? Prosperity Thick Girl 40. No way. What is good, sis? Thanks for coming through. You know, I was he did say that, huh? Yes. I thought so. I thought so. I thought he did. I thought he did. Yep. So let's see. The other part of Real Housewives of Potomac that caught my attention was how they're still icing Wendy out. And it's just so uncalled for. I'm like, really? So Wendy gets iced out. She doesn't get invited to another event, Robin. It's so obvious what you're doing. So you knew it was true. You expected it to come out, yet Wendy laughing at the way Robin's delivery was from Karen was enough to get her not invited to that bum bachelorette party that they had. I don't know. That bachelorette party was kind of like saddish. It was very saddish. Very saddish. In my opinion. But it looked like Robin had a good time. At least she kept her sash on all night. It didn't blow off in the wind like her veil did, the one that Karen gave her. He did say that. Oh, look, I dropped the link. Chris was tired. He said something I did not like. Yeah. Well, I'll go. I wouldn't doubt it. I would not doubt it. He can, and I still feel like they love each other a lot and show it a lot more than the other couples. Now Ray and Kern, that's a different story. They will pat and curse and all kind of stuff. Ray be getting his little pats and in. Likes the way he walks when you walk away. Old Ray. Old silver fox self Ray. Both of Robin's events were pathetic. Wendy isn't missing anything. Oh my gosh. Thank you for reminding me that freaking bachelorette party was a bachelorette party version of her family day event. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And was that fake money that she was throwing it all in the street like that? Was that like real money or fake money? I mean, Giselle is just, she's so made up. Everything she does is just like so fake to me now. I just feel like she's walking around producing and then saying, oh, I have a money gun. Shoots money and then does some more producing over there. In the meantime, she doesn't give us anything real about herself. And then she shoots another money gun. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a lot of nothing with Giselle. And now to know for a fact that Robin is the biggest liar of them all. The biggest! Anyway. Prosperity, thick girl, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40. What's good? What's good, sis?
Hey, love.
How you doing?
Good, and you?
I'm excellente. You know, I had to come in tonight after seeing not only the episode, because I owed him one from last week and everything, you know. But after seeing last week's episode and now this week's episode, and then to see that everything Karen said was true.
I never doubted him.
I didn't either. Oh, right on, Mom. CD. Good night. Good night.
I just was live. I went live. I got off a little while after you started. I was live when you went live.
Oh, right on. Are you done? Are you going back
Mm-hmm.
live?
I'm done.
I was telling him about that. I said Juan and Robin deserve to be on that award show that's in these YouTube streets about the best reality 2023 for the
Yes,
best.
I'm a part of that. Go and register to the website, people, and get your vote on. Get your vote on. Get your vote on. Help us make that thing bigger than big. Let them know that we can do these kind of things ourselves. If they won't give us a space, we'll create one for ourselves.
Yeah, drop the link for that in the thingamabob, if you don't mind, Prosperity.
Okay.
That would be fantabulous. Look, Satra said Kern, Wendy, and Candy need to have an alliance and make scenes throwing couples parties with cards, drinks, and Ooh, Satra. Now you get the best producing reward of the evening because you ain't said nothing but a word. Yes. Have
If Karen
all couples, the true housewives of Potomac, kick it in couple only events tile places. And yes. And even after that, after she gets married, just don't include her still. Or, include her and then Jizzy can't come.
they gonna be married to each other. What are you talking about?
She's
But you
married
did.
to
You ain't marrying Juan.
She married Juan.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
You believe that as much as I believe that.
No, they said she got married.
So you mean to tell me the lady that has been talking about financial problems for every season since she's been on this show just so happened to marry the man, her brother, her roommate, that she's been living with all these many years,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Around the time that he may have a legal situation that he may be having to pay money out for. And if you marry that man, you're on the hook for him for the same thing that he's on the hook for.
Right. Right.
You want me to believe that after the show tape, Bravo, cheap Bravo that will not even send these people out on a real nice trip somewhere.
Right.
Went and paid for production to go to Jamaica to film this wedding that we still ain't seen none of. They don't get out of my face with these lies. And what straight female?
Get out of our face with these lies. That's what I said, thick girl. I said, how dare they play in my face? I am appalled that they would waste my time as a viewer and pull a Kenya Moore and let it go off production and not allow us, the viewers, who they've dangled in front of the guise of relationship and then in the marriage and getting back together and then haven't had nothing else for a storyline, and then you go get married off camera. Really?
And then you go, which straight woman wants to see Cooch before she marries the last man that she think that she's supposedly going to marry?
Yeah, when they said strippers, I was thinking freaking All the Queen's Men. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking All the Queen's Men. Do you guys know about that? Yeah. But no. They go see Karen, Becky, and Alice. Okay. That was so weird. That was so weird.
They can get out of my face. They ain't playing with me. They playing with everybody else. They not playing with me. And then comes out this story that Karen told on camera. And it was true. And then you go on your podcast today and say, well, I was ready to talk about it during season 7. So it stopped you.
Right.
Instead of talking about it, you then sat and tried to throw old blue eyes in our face with this blurry picture that we couldn't even see. Why didn't you just tell us and explain what happened with Juan? If you wanted to tell us, if you were ready in season 7 to tell us all about it, why do we still not know about it in season 7 is over?
Exactly.
Why do this come out after the reunion is aired, as filmed?
That's what I said too, Prosperity.
See, they playing with y'all. They not playing with me.
They're not playing with me.
They ain't playing with me, not one piece of bit. I ain't gonna allow them to believe that they playing with me. Because they not.
They are crazy. Let's see. Yeah, I thought they was going to do something like this.
Exactly.
Strippers.
Well, they could have even put up them a Caucasian man in there. I don't give a damn what man it was.
No, I just mean that it was a man.
Right. We all were disappointed. We like, what is this?
Did you guys see Bolo this last week in the episode? He did full frontal naked, you guys, in the episode of All the Queen's Men that's currently airing.
I never watched the show, but I heard about it.
Yeah. They are crazy in that show. But yeah, when they said strippers, I'm thinking not her old place of employment. That's what I'm thinking. What were you thinking, Prosperity?
I was thinking what you just showed.
And there ain't nothing wrong with it. Right?
And I'm like, all the women, ain't no way I left my husband and my kids to come see this.
Right?
Them women were more into their food than they were into the dancing. The only people that were into the dancing was Mia, Ashley, Robin, and Giselle.
Right?
They even had to tell Sharice to stop eating. And this picture tells us why Giselle doesn't have a man and won't have a man.
Which one?
My avatar.
Oh.
She can't even suck on a pink straw right.
She looks like she's taking a drag off a cigarette.
She looks disgusted.
She's too much. I'm just over her and her orchestrating, producing. I'm like, there are people for that, girl. We don't need you doing that. I want to know about your life or get off the show.
That's why it's done so badly. And they really thought they had pulled one over on her.
Right?
And then
That
Miss
part.
Deborah, I'm like, why is she here? Please go away.
Let's see.
My bad, I thought I muted. But you know, they say she DT just told me that she offered to pay her own ticket to the daggone reunion.
Who?
Young lady came
Deborah.
forward about she and Juan dated during COVID. And then she shows this like hotel receipt with his name on it. Right. Okay. That's like that's legit. I don't know. I mean, that's the premise of the allegation. Right. Exactly. So, you know what?
That's the premise of the allegations. And then listen to what they say next, you guys. They're still playing
Before
with
we
us.
filmed season 7. Right. And because this young lady was so pressed to tell me and to tell you, Giselle, yes, I assume she told the whole cast. Right. Because she DM'd me. Right. So all of season 7, I'm just like waiting for somebody to bring it up. Because, you know, Karen is good for thinking she got some teeth. Right.
Just like Damo.
Like that's our life. You know what I'm saying? So
Crazy, right?
I'm just ready for it. I'm waiting for it. And so when we're in Mexico and Ashley tells me that Karen, you know, was talking about us, then I'm like, oh, okay, this is it. Right. And she talks about some blonde holding hand, you know, him holding hands with.
She said, okay, this is it. Places everybody and scene.
Exactly.
Yup.
It still gave us nothing.
Nothing. No, I don't think they pulled anything. Don't they have to take it and it gets registered someplace?
You can't pull it.
Is this a Kenya Moore?
Well, they can't. Now TMZ can. I mean, they can pay for it if they want to pay for it. I'm not paying for somebody to see if somebody got married.
No way. So they didn't get married in Jamaica. They got married in the house. That sounds more like Robin's style. Super low budget.
Exactly. She told me she want to get married at the Chesapeake Bay. Nobody wants to get. I have never. Yeah, I am from DC all my life. I ain't never heard nobody say I'm going to get married at the Chesapeake Bay. Nobody. Even her son said the Chesapeake Bay.
Right.
Like, and her oldest is 14. Like, even they know nobody gets married at Chesapeake Bay. Robin, get out of my face.
They were like, there's going to be a wedding.
Exactly. Like, get out my face. Get out my face. It's not working. I'm not buying it. What you selling ain't right. It don't look right. It don't smell right.
Not at all.
Even Chris made a statement. Chris was like, so all these people knew all this time. But they, instead of going with this, they went and made up lies on me and Happy Eddie.
Right.
But they had this in their pocket the whole time. So he said, ain't Giselle nor Ashley, they ain't ish.
Because
they're sitting on it.
Right. And for attacking him, knowing that was fake.
Exactly.
And they could have been telling the truth on Juan.
Exactly. And for Bravo to allow this makes them complicit. They knew what was going on. Because like she said, they knew about it. And if they know about it, Ashley knew about it. Ashley knew about it. Sharice knew about it.
Oh,
they all knew about it.
They all knew about it. Just like Karen said.
But they want to make it seem so far-fetched that he would try to talk to Karen. Sweetie, Karen looks better than you on your best day. Your best day. So
Right.
if he can sleep with you, my darling, why wouldn't he? Did you see Karen at the reunion? I didn't like the outfit, but did you see her body? Her body is softer than yours on your fluffiest day. Stop playing.
You're right, Satra. Maybe that was a Debo. Maybe it was.
Hell, we saw how G hugged Karen. Come on now, get out my face. I just hear me acting like this lady is just some old dried up prune some daggone weird.
Yeah.
And then let y'all tell it all blue eyes like it, so why wouldn't more?
Right.
And like she told you, girl, shut up. You're not even nowhere near an altar. You ain't even got nobody trying to hold your hand, let alone take you to an altar.
So I wonder why Giselle would have gave Karen that name in the first place. And then now come back talking about, oh, well, Sharice was the real one. Was she beefing with Sharice when she gave that title to Karen? And now to make it good with Sharice, she's like, yeah, you're not the real one after all.
Because Giselle ain't nobody's friend. Like somebody else said, I can't remember who said it. Sharice got something on them. And Sharice was like, I need to be back on this show.
But for what?
That's what we want to know. That's why she's up for the Why Are You Here award on the award show.
Right on, mademoiselle. Thanks for being here. Look at that. She says,
thank you, mademoiselle.
I love this combination.
Night.
Earlier. Have to go to sleep, but I'm listening. Right on. Well, no, I'm right at like an hour and a half. I got to go to sleep too. It's 11 o'clock my time. Husband is like looking at me. Y'all know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
So I pray
I don't stand in the way of none of that.
Takes off and have longevity so she can leave RHOP. You know, I want her to do everything for as long as she can. And yes, she's one of the few that is really setting herself up to be able to maintain a career of singing and acting beyond her association and affiliation to a Housewives franchise.
Candace told us she has a 5-year plan. So I'm thinking next season may be her last.
Yeah. Well, that would be nice and on her terms and
yep,
all in front of everything. Yeah.
But next season, her, Karen, and Wendy better band together.
Like for real, for real.
And if Robin not coming back, they better take Giselle down.
In real life, Candace likes Cha-Cha.
Yes, I heard. I'm like, why? She doesn't like Cha-Cha's nobody's friend.
Right.
I think she's like, I love her. She hasn't done nothing to me yet. Don't forget the yet.
That's crazy. So how crazy is it that Juan is a Martell?
It ain't crazy to me at all.
The pandemic.
It ain't surprising to me at all. When was he there?
Right.
Every time we saw that man, he had on a coat, a jacket, tennis shoes, tied up, jeans, skirt. Every time he was either coming or going. We have never seen that man lounging around the house in his socks and his slides and his sweatpants and white tees. We've never seen it.
Right. I'm trying to go back to like season 1. Did we ever see it?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Remember when the producers went upstairs after they filmed that scene and he was talking about how he want to be happy. If it wasn't for the kids, he wouldn't be there.
Right.
That man been gone. That is her roommate. Well, he's not even a roommate no more because we never see that man in the house. That's her brother.
Oh, no.
They've been together so long. They're a brother and sister who just happen to have kids together. Like he said, he was there for them kids. And now the kids not even holding him. The kids look like they want to go with him every time. Like, are you
Right.
coming to get us? This man had to come to the house. Remember last season when that lady was laying in the bed?
But
and
that was
telling her-
because he was cheating on her. Now that we know, that was because
exactly. He wasn't. He had a whole never. That man was living with the whoever that this girl is. Because this was a relationship. This wasn't no fling. Girl, bye. That man. When that man came in the house that morning, he was sitting right by that door with his coat on. She was in the bed, and the side of the other side of the bed was perfectly made. Go back to that scene. The bed is perfectly made on the opposite side.
right.
Ain't nobody getting out the bed and making the bed while the other person is still in it. When you get out the bed, you make the whole bed whenever you get up.
Right. Yeah, they must have been going through it, you guys. And that's what I said earlier, Prosperity. How dare he come in and talking about this isn't sexy? When the whole reason she's depressed is because he was out cheating.
Child. Well, it ain't sexy, and he cheating because she was cheating. She over there with Giselle, so what?
Oh, no, that's allegedly, y'all.
They know what it was. They know what it is.
I don't know if they're scissor sisters for real or not.
Child, if they ain't, they show was in heaven last night.
Well, yeah. Overall, I feel like the episode, along with the revelation that we got today, it leaves me feeling like, is it real or is it Memorex? Basically, like what is
fake.
going on? It's like, are we scripting? Are we acting? Is it reality? Were you really mad at Karen? You already had the pictures from who for how long? Like, is everything is set up in this piece, or just a couple of pieces in the piece? I'm just
everything against everything against Wendy.
Yeah.
Candace,
and on top of
Karen.
yeah. So now we know you're lying about and making stuff up, making up reasons to be mad at other cast members. And so now that we can trust our gut, we can all trust our gut, people, that everything that Robin is doing against Wendy is with purpose and intention. She's trying to ice her out for whatever reason of insecurity, because she has a real storyline and her husband looks at her like he likes her. And her kids look like,
That's deflection as well.
So, yeah, there's a lot going on. They went from being friends with kids the same age to Robin hating on her.
Exactly. And because she laughed at the table, you didn't want her at your bachelorette party. Everybody laughed.
Because it was funny, because everybody knew.
Thank you. So why is Wendy the only one? Wendy and Karen, the only people that's not at the party. If that's the case, nobody should have been there. You should just took you, Giselle, Ashley, and your friends, and Mia.
Right.
Because Mia even laughed. Why was she even there? Why was she asked to host it or help with it? All she bought was the strippers, the damn straw, and some straws.
Right. But they're right. She didn't miss nothing. Low budget thing. It sounded like it was at her house, they said. So that's what she gets. She probably just wore sweats some more. Her favorite ones with the taco stain on it.
Child. Hope she didn't wear that dress she wore to the reunion, child.
No, the dress she wore to the reunion was very nice.
What?
And it didn't look as pensive as it could have, but it looked I liked it.
Oh, child.
I liked it.
Go power to you.
The color, I like the rhinestone finish. I did not like her hair. I did not like her makeup.
Because her hair or her makeup wasn't done.
Exactly. Okay. That's what it was. Exactly. I was like, what's going on there? But I did like the
garland off the tree and put it onto that daggone dress, and that dress was made with bathing suit material, and I guarantee if anything spilled on it, it rolled all the way off.
I just thought, I love that color blue. Oh my God.
Yeah, the color was pretty.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
Yeah. Well, I liked it. But she wasn't my top three. My top three were Candace, Wendy, and Kern. were my top three.
So I throw all their ass away. I threw everybody away. Nobody got my top.
Nobody's the top.
Nobody. Candace had all them gaps. She ran out of feathers. I don't know if Wendy was going to Carnival or Miss America's pageant. She melted into the bottom of the bar. She matched the bar at the bottom.
Oh,
I didn't know
no.
if Cameron was a figure skater that who got cold on one side and hot on the other. No, everybody throw everybody away. Giselle just gave. I'm suing Giselle. She went as one of my daggone glasses. Touch my thick girl, y'all. Yeah, she went as one of my bejeweled glasses.
Giselle.
I don't care what nobody said. Giselle does this on purpose. There's no way y'all gonna tell me this lady don't know she look as bad as she look. It's no.
Right.
I can't buy it no more.
No more.
Somebody. This lady has to. The way her kids go at her, I know her kids didn't approve that dress. I know she didn't show her kids that dress before she went and put it on. When they saw them dresses and they were revealed, I know they were like, I know you did not. I know that's not what you wore. I'm like, is this the April Fool's edition? Can we get the real reunion? Can we get the real reunion looks? Because I know this is not it.
No way.
Child, this was the Blues Clues edition.
I like the theme was Miami.
What? Who wore Miami? Who looked like they were in Miami? Who wears feathers in Miami? It's too hot.
But it's exotic like Miami.
No.
Let me see.
No, you have to have you have to have enough feathers to be exotic.
Right on.
That lady had more gaps in her daggone child. No.
I like that unfinishedness. Let's see. Okay. Here, I'm gonna
and then Gabor come out today with this blue robe.
Who's Gabor?
Deborah.
Oh, Deborah. She came out with the blue?
With the blue robe, with the blue house robe.
Let's see. So Kern, I liked it, and I heard it was a Project One Way.
Yeah, I could tell
designer.
One Way.
And I liked her hair. I liked her makeup. I thought she looked good. I thought she looked very good. I thought she ate it up.
Her body looks good.
Yeah. She's like freaking 64.
She's aging backwards.
No, she's like 59, you guys.
She's aging backwards compared to Giselle and Robin.
Yes.
And I don't know why they keep going at this lady age. I'm like, y'all need to leave it alone because y'all making yourself look crazy because she looks better than both of you.
Looks better. Now, Jacqueline, now this is simple. I gave her an A for her first reunion because it was just simple.
I want her to lift her breasts up.
Yeah. Well, maybe she was trying to match Robin.
Nobody can match Robin.
Robin be having hers kind of.
Robin is a one of a kind.
Weird. Now here's your what did you say it was? Your Christmas ornament? Your what? Your phone?
No,
case?
them are my glasses. Her arms don't even match. She doesn't even. Her dress is a puzzle. It's what is missing. Her arms don't even match. Yeah, her arms don't even match, and it's not symmetrical. And why did it stop in the middle of her breast?
Yeah, that's so weird. And then was she really trying to take our attention off of neck and ankles?
I don't know why, because she should have kept her feet. She only got 4 toes.
No way, really?
Go to her feet.
You're right.
Giselle has 4 toes. And them straps are given away. They're about to pop.
Damn.
She looked bad from her head to her feet.
I just don't get this is not Miami. This is very not Miami to me.
That is Russia when it's cold, real cold.
Now, Charisse, I peeped that she wore this exact type material to her first reunion in season 1, but in
Yeah,
black. And I'm like,
and she wore it again in gray.
this isn't a great material or cut or
The
look. I
dress
don't.
is beautiful. She don't have a body for it. See that right there? She
Like,
need a little bit of a hip or a little bit of a bottom backside.
well, you know what she was thinking, that if who's it's Can, not her.
And the 90s want their hair back.
If she can get away with all of her no hip wearing dresses, then surely Charisse can wear whatever she wants.
No, she cannot. Not no, she cannot. She's not built for it. No.
This
Like she had a
was
bulletproof vest on up under that dress at the top.
Oh no, let's go back and see that she said it.
See, you know not to bring me on here with the fashions looking like this. No, Lager, you knew what she was doing.
But okay,
How
how do you feel about her blue toenails and her blue fingernails?
Child, she could have kept it. And did you see why does Giselle have on green polish on her toes? Like,
I don't know, was it green?
Where did you get that color from?
Did you see that Mia and Karen wore the same shoes?
Yep.
I loved Candy's look. Where'd it go? Candy girl, you're my world. Loving you so. She looks good. I like the unfinished. I like that it's just sun, because it would have been like, I feel like had there been feathers really everywhere, that would have been too many feathers. I like the amount of feathers that are gone, and I like what I see where the feathers are missing. I don't mind white lace corset underneath thing. I like the way that it moved. I like that it's very Belle of the Ball.
It didn't move.
It did when the feathers went around in the wind.
I saw that video. That dress did not move at all.
Her hair, it don't move.
Yes, that's what all I saw. It don't move. It don't move. Her hair, her dress.
Okay, so I see what you're saying. So she is holding on to something brown here, and we can't.
That's the bar. The bar is the same color as the bottom of her dress.
Oh wait, just stop it. And I love this peacock tail feather butterfly wing.
How they look like a bottom of a clamshell.
Yes, it's beautiful. It's very Miami. It's giving me
not Miami.
Cha-Cha, the lady that used to be like
Carnival is in Florida. Yes.
And her bone straight hair. I love it. Those earrings. I love it. Now the lipstick, it's
a mess.
It's so cakey. Yeah, it's too pale pink for me.
And it's too cakey looking.
Her actual makeup, I like that it's natural pretty much. Yeah, but
and she got Botox that day because her face, it don't move. It don't move, just like Ashley's.
Oh no. Well, Ashley was aging on the other side of her. It was aging on her daddy's side, so she was like needed that. But
Ashley is giving Megamind.
Okay, so Robin's dress, like I'm not entirely mad at it. I don't hate knit. I don't hate, especially when it's handled like, and it looks so good. Like,
that was
and I don't mind these rhinestone embellishments.
That's an extension cord wrapped in garland.
Now these shoes though look very
cheap.
I don't know. I don't like a pointed toe like that. Because it looks like a kitten heel on top of it. Like it doesn't even look like a stiletto. It looks like
they sure do. I thought it was a kitten heel.
Yeah. So, but
I know Robin don't give glam.
But this,
what is that? She looked like she rolled her hair with paper.
And
then took the paper out.
Right. I don't know. Like I'm just like, really, Robin? Like,
but y'all want to keep talking about Karen. Get on my face.
Okay. And then we had who's this? Mia.
And she got on the applique and some velvet curtains and put it together.
And look, she almost ran out right here.
Exactly.
But luckily, there was thread. And she was able to put 3 stitches
To
right
make
there.
sure she ain't show her woo-ha.
Yes. And if she sneezes,
It's gonna pop.
over.
But she don't mind.
Nope, she wants people. She was trying to show Wendy what she missed.
Gonna tell. And then want us to believe that Wendy, put Wendy back up, that this beautiful lady right here,
Yeah,
with this glistening black skin, with
right.
that melanin popping all over the place,
With as
with
much
a
as she
husband
was,
with just as much melanin as she got, and he's handsome. She went from him to Mia. If you don't get on my face.
Right. Like, yeah, that wasn't sexual tension on Wendy's part, that whole argument.
No, that was on me, all Mia.
Yeah.
That's why
They keep making fun of
Wendy
her.
was able to sit there so long.
Look, she looks so much better than Robin. Look at that.
Thank you.
It's great.
But you want to ask us, why would Juan? No, why wouldn't Juan?
She looks great. And I like that she has actually the most body of them all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Jackie, she did okay. But you're right, like just a little higher. Interesting. No. Yes. I go back and forth. I'm like,
That
that's
hair,
just so much.
actually, that cut. A Bob
like
is
how
not
you
her
pulled-
friend.
She pulled it very forward though.
Child, she need baby hair, and I don't even like baby hair.
Well, I can tell her where to get those tattoo ones I showed you about.
And look at her face; it don't move either.
Yeah, her hair, it don't move. Well, I heard that. No, was it Carlos King that just did a talk talking about Ashley? It's time for you to go. All you do is carry bones. That's the only thing you do. It's time
Hell,
for
if
you.
it's time for her to go, it's been time for Giselle and Robin to go. At
That's-
least she carry a bone; they carry nothing but
Right.
malice and hate.
I feel like that. Yeah, get rid of the Green Eye Bandits. And I said that before. If you get rid of the Green Eye Bandits, then Ashley can stay.
Yeah, because Ashley's cool when she's not around them trying to be that bone
Yeah.
curry.
Right.
They know who to go to.
Right. Well, I think that was the last one. Oops.
Mm-hmm.
But that was the review, kind of. I just wanted to really talk about the news that we heard versus the news that we know now and talk about the other little things that happened. I'm so glad you brought the fashions because we had talked about those the other day. And I love talking about them again because, like I said, I like her dress. I like it. Robin.
Y'all, if they get me and you to agree on everything, they wouldn't even want to watch.
Robin's dress was nice. Robin's dress, I did not know. Wait, more Mexican.
Extension cord with garland. That's what it was.
Extension cord with garland. You are wrong.
Yes, you wrapped this extension cord up in garland.
Yes, it needs a different lipstick. Exactly. Yeah, Robin with the shortcut isn't bad. I like her. I used to love her.
I love Robin with her short hair.
Yes.
love Robin with
And
her
she
short
actually
hair.
used to seem happier with short hair. You guys do remember?
And it also softens her face more than that whatever she be doing with all the hair.
Right.
And God knows Robin needs to be softened.
It's a Balmain.
It's Balmain, and she didn't do Balmain any justice.
Well, it's still not very great. Like it still looked like LeMay jersey.
That dress is cute. It's just not for her.
That dress material looked cheaper than Robin's did to me.
No, Robin just looked like she had a baby suit material on. I don't care what nobody said. It's no. One thing she ain't have to worry about. She could have took it back to the store if she wanted to, because I'm telling you, anything that fell on it dripped right back off.
Was Deborah there? They better not
Nope.
have got her lying ass there. That's all I know. Playing my face about Juan Dixon is one thing, but then to have Big Bird on the house,
Child, I wanted her to be there so Candace could have read her for the filth.
No, I could not tolerate
You ain't
it.
hear what she said?
When she responded to something they said.
To Candace?
Yeah, what did she say?
I'm about to pull it back up.
Send it to me real quick if it's in
It's
Instagram.
in the
Oh, it's in that
group.
one? It's in
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me close this. Let me go here to the massages. Let me go here. No, that's not it. Add a new stream. Just real quick, you guys, and then we're going to be out of here.
I'm
Just
about to
want you
find
to
it.
see what we're talking about. Share. And then we'll be out of here right on the 2 hour. And which one is it?
It was just in. Good Lord. There's so much stuff.
Yeah.
It's by Deborah. It got Candace on Watch What Happens Live on the pic. I tell you, I just logged off and it was just the last thing on here. How we
That's
get all
great.
this? I have no idea.
Oh, well. Well, yeah, I don't know.
Good Lord, this is crazy.
I can't find it. No worries, no problems. I said I would have us out of here after 2 hours. And I hope you guys enjoyed that review recap with receipts, with larger curves here this evening in these YouTube streets. I hope you smash the like button, smash the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that bell so you can get notified next time your girl, Larger Curves, uploads a video, and so you can become part of this beautiful curvy community that we're growing over here in these YouTube streets. All right. And if I catch you in the replay crew, be sure to leave a comment. I love interacting. You know me. Let's schmooze it up a little bit. Leave a comment. We can talk about it. We don't have to agree. And thanks again for tuning in for this recap. Prosperity Thick Grow 40 has a channel in these YouTube streets too, spelled just like that. Be sure you go over there and check her out. Smash her buttons, y'all. You know how we do. There's enough to go around. Hey, you guys be wonderful. Get some rest if I kept you up late. And if I didn't, party just got started. See you in the next video.